We've all been on this crazy journey with our TVs. We triumphantly cut the cord to get away from the cable bundle, only to find ourselves, well, here, in this wild, chaotic world of a million different streaming services. So how on earth did we get here? And more importantly, where is all this headed? Let's get into it.
I mean, it's a question we've all probably asked ourselves, right? The dream was so simple. Freedom, choice, and, let's be honest, a much smaller bill at the end of the month. So how did that beautiful promise turn into the complicated reality we're living in today?
All right, let's start at the beginning. The great escape from traditional cable. This was supposed to be the revolution, the moment to put us, the viewers, firmly back in the driver's seat.
Yes, the cable bundle. Remember this thing? The original villain of our story. One giant, expensive package with hundreds of channels you probably flipped past but never actually watched. This was the model we were all so eager to leave in the dust.
So why did millions of us jump ship? Well, here's the thing. While binge watching and the new shiny streaming services were definitely part of it, just look at that top number. Almost 87% of people said the #1 reason was price. It just got way, way too expensive.
And wow, these numbers really show you what happened next. This wasn't a slow leak, this was a flood. In 2018, pay TV was the undisputed king. But just watch what happens. Right around 2022, you can see the lines cross. And by 2026, it's projected to be a complete flip. The scale of this shift is just absolutely staggering.
And right into this moment of frustration, streaming swooped in like a superhero. It was offering us a la carte TV. You could pick what you wanted, pay only for what you wanted, and watch it on your own schedule. This was it. This was the answer.
But, as we all know too well, that's not where the story ends, is it? The simple solution quickly created what we can call the streaming paradox, where that dream of simplicity got really, really complicated. And just like that, it wasn't one or two choices anymore. It was an explosion. Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, Disney+, Max. The list just goes on and on and on. We're talking about more than 200 streaming services available today. The simple choice became this fragmented, confusing, and expensive mess.
And hey, if you feel this way, you are definitely not alone. It's a huge shared frustration. Nearly half of all Americans feel totally overwhelmed by all the options. We even have a name for it now, subscription fatigue. It's a real thing.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? When you lay it all out, we've basically recreated the very thing we were trying to escape. The expensive bundle became a pile of different subscriptions. Paying for channels you don't watch became subscription fatigue. Long-term contracts got replaced by annual plans that lock you in for a discount. And rising prices? Oh yeah, they're back. The cost of the major services has jumped around 30% in just the last 3 years.
All of this chaos, though, was leading to one undeniable shift in power. A historic moment that officially slammed the door on an entire era of television.
And here it is, the big one. In May of 2025, it finally happened. For the first time in history, more people were watching TV on streaming services than on broadcast and cable put together. A new king was officially crowned. And this chart just puts it in perfect perspective. Look at that. Streaming now commands almost 45% of all of our TV time. Cable and broadcast, the old titans that ruled for decades, are left fighting over the rest. The revolution that started with cutting the cord, it's complete. But with a new king comes a new set of problems. And now, viewers are starting to push back against this new system in some really interesting ways. You could even call it a revolt. This quote from a Reddit user just captures the mood perfectly. It really feels like we have come full circle. A lot of people who were so excited to cut the cord are now looking around and feeling a serious case of déjà vu. So what are people doing? They're getting smart. They're fighting back. They're turning to free, ad-supported services. They're dusting off old over-the-air antennas and realizing local channels are still free. Some are even buying DVDs and Blu-rays again for shows they want to own forever. And my personal favorite is subscription cycling. You know, jumping on a service for 1 month to binge that show and then canceling right away. It's a new kind of power for the viewer.
Now, a huge part of this new strategy is the boom in what are called fast services. That's free ad-supported television. Platforms like Pluto TV, Tubi, and the Roku Channel are just exploding in popularity. They give you that familiar channel surfing feeling with tons of content, all without a subscription. You can see you've got general entertainment, news channels. It's basically the old cable model, reborn for the streaming age, but free. So with all of us viewers adapting and the whole landscape shifting under their feet, how are the big media and tech companies responding? Well, let's take a look at the industry's next act.
Honestly, the industry is in a scramble. In 2023, cable operators started fighting back hard against paying high fees for channels. By 2024, giants like Comcast were spinning off their legacy cable networks. Now, in 2025, we're seeing mergers and, wait for it, new bundles of streaming services. The entire business model is being reinvented as we speak.
And the old guard isn't going down without a fight. The traditional broadcast networks are rolling out something called NextGen TV. Just think of it as a massive upgrade to free antenna TV. We're talking 4K picture, incredible sound, even interactive features. It's their big play to compete directly with the streamers.
So where does all this leave the original cable companies? Well, they're making a massive pivot. They're shifting away from the old model of just selling you TV channels. They're realizing their core strength isn't content, it's the network itself. Their future is all about being connectivity providers, owning the pipes that deliver all this streaming content to our homes. So after this whole journey, after we escape the bundle to take back control, we have to ask the big question, who's really holding the remote now? As services consolidate, prices keep rising, and new bundles start to appear, is it still the viewer? Or have the platforms just found a brand new way to take control? That's the question for this new era of television. Thanks for watching.